Good morning. It is about 9-ish a.m. right now. I'm about to go on a 5-mile recovery run. Yesterday was actually a really brutal workout, so this recovery run is going to be a nice little mix-up in my routine. And before pretty much every single run, I eat the exact same thing. And the food that I eat is a high-carb piece of fruit. Like today was a banana. It's got some sugar in there. It's got some carbs to fuel me for my run with a little bit of peanut butter, so it's light on my stomach, but I still get the fuel that I need so I can go crush the workout that I'm about to go hit. I'm sure I've had runs on empty stomachs, and I definitely have ran where I'm so full I cramp within the first couple of steps. But the right amount of fuel for me on my runs where I feel my best normally comes from about 300 to 500 light calories in my stomach, mainly from high carb sources like fruit or toast. Post-run, I'm feeling more focused than I normally am, so I like that feeling of kind of being in control and being able to focus on what I'm doing and get really deep into each task, and I'm actually really focused, so I'm feeling good. That run set me up pretty solid for today's challenges, we'll say. In front of me, I have the same fuel that I eat after pretty much every single morning run. It's a little bit different today because I'm a little bit extra hungry, but I cannot stay too strict on my diet because I completely get obsessive with my eating, and it becomes unhealthy to the point where, I don't know, probably a year and a half, 2 years ago, I would literally track the exact amount of grapes I would eat, and it would stress me out way more than it would actually help me. This new mindset switch to eating to fuel my body rather than eating to look good has been a large factor in lessening my stress around food. And once I made the switch to eating to fuel my performance, I realized that where I feel perform and, in my opinion, look my best is when I just eat carbs before my workouts and consume tons of healthy calories throughout my day. Hello, we are on a 10-mile trail run. I'm totally starting to do more trail runs leading into ultra prep because I didn't realize, first off, how rocky some trails could be. That's not the main point, but this elevation is crazy. I don't even know what trail I'm doing right now because I don't have internet, so I'm just staying on the Appalachian Trail for 5 miles, and then I'm turning around and running home. During these more difficult runs, I like to consume 2 to 3 gels. Unlike today's run, I'll be consuming 2 gels. Yeah, I do like the carbs because that's what actually fuels me, but caffeine really carries me through these really difficult runs. I remember times during my 50K where I ate these 75 milligram caffeine jelly beans. I was on a high for like 3 to 4 miles after, and ever since that moment, I fell in love with caffeine during my runs. And if it wasn't for the fact that gels are kind of expensive, I would probably be eating a gel every 3-ish miles, depending on how far I was running. Hello. Okay, so we just wrapped up our 10-mile long run. I feel okay right now. I am a little bit exhausted. That was probably the most technical trail run I have ever done. I fell once. I rolled my ankle like maybe 15 times. But something that I really wanted to talk about is how I eat probably 3,000 to 4,000 calories a day, which is what fuels me for my runs. These calories, if you're running to prepare for an ultra marathon, I'm convinced that you can eat infinite amount of food and not gain weight and just have that fuel as long as it's healthy food and the right types of food like carbs before your workouts, protein and carbs after your workouts. You won't gain weight, but just feel absolutely freaking amazing. The simple way I fuel my ultramarathon training doesn't have any specific macro goals, but the amount of progress I've made physically and mentally by eating carbs before my runs, eating carbs and protein after my runs, taking down a couple of gels on my long runs, and eating more food/calories than I'd like to admit has completely shifted my anxious mindset around food to a mindset which uses food as fuel, making me not only happier, but getting me one step closer to absolutely crushing my 100-mile goal next May.